This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. Conservatism is an outrage machine where cruelty is the point. To appeal, especially in media, especially in the job that I do, if you're on the other side, Candace Owens, for instance, cruelty is the point. In order to touch the hearts of conservatives and Republicans across the country and in your audience, you need to signal to them that you can be as cruel as you can be, that you can be everything they wish they could be in their regular lives. That is, otherizing out groups that contain oppressed or marginalized individuals. And that is exactly what Candace Owens has done. Imagine a world where you see someone in a wheelchair, someone who has physical limitations, and you denigrate them. You ask questions about, why am I seeing this? Why is this person being used in an advertisement for clothing? Imagine where you'd have to be mentally and emotionally to despise that, to just simply be asking the question, why am I seeing this? It's hateful. It's gross, but it is par for the course for conservative media. It is the order of the day. Discriminatory, otherizing, hateful, minimizing language that's being used on a regular basis. Watch, if you don't know what I'm talking about, here is the clip of Candace Owens, Hitler apologist. And then we'll talk about it. And I got another clip from someone on TikTok who responded, who is in a far better position to confront this type of bigotry and hate because they themselves use a wheelchair. Watch Candace Owens.
There's a Facebook conspiracy against me. They intentionally send me ads that are going to make me angry. It makes entirely no sense. But this ad came up and I just went, really? Are we really doing this? Is this what we needed? Take a look at this. Ready? So it is a Skims campaign, and it is a woman that is in a bra and underwear. Skims is the undergarment brand that is owned by Kim Kardashian. She's in a bra and underwear, and she's in a wheelchair. She's in a wheelchair, and it says, Skims, made for everybody, available now. Really? That's all I'm going to say is really. I don't really understand how far we're going to take this inclusivity thing. I really don't get it. I don't know. And if I'm wrong, again, educate me. Today, I just want to be educated in the comments. If people that are in wheelchairs were thinking as they were looking around, like, you know what really upsets me? That I've never seen a bra and underwear advertised with a girl in a wheelchair. Why did they do this? I don't know. I don't know why this needed to be done. I'm just getting tired of this all inclusivity thing. It seems ridiculous. I mean, we're going to be on crutches and be like, well, how come we don't have a girl that's broken her leg on crutches also in a bra and underwear? I don't feel included. I don't know. I don't think I can buy panties. I just can't buy panties because I don't know. I don't feel included. Look, I assumed that people that were in wheelchairs also have to buy bras and have to buy underwear. It's just something that I just assumed that was a thing. I didn't know that we needed to see that in our face. I didn't know that now we're going to have to look forward to campaigns where women that are in wheelchairs are now wearing bras and underwears because we as a society just cannot get to the bottom of our ridiculousness, because that's what it is. We are being ridiculous, America. When I see stuff like this, I just go, whose idea was this? Was it your idea? Okay, you're fired. I'd like to fire the person who was behind this ridiculous campaign. And by the way, I think people in wheelchairs will back me up on this. I think they're on my side. I think they think this is stupid. Let's all just agree today on Tuesday to stop being stupid. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
This is beyond the pale. I mean, maybe not for Candace Owens because she is a hateful, venomous troll. But to ask the question, why do I need to see this in my face? Well, Candace, people who use wheelchairs exist in society. And representation in media and advertising is only a good, how is it a bad thing? You feel put out because you had to bear the trauma of witnessing someone in a wheelchair in an advertisement? Oh, poor you, Candace Owens. Poor you. My heart really goes out to you. What must have that been? Maybe I should put a link in the description for a therapist where you can traverse this deep emotional trauma that you've experienced, that someone is represented in media who doesn't look exactly like you, who's not able-bodied. We're taking inclusivity too far, says the woman who made excuses about Hitler. Don't take it from me, though. She says, I think most people in wheelchairs would agree with me. Let's see. Obviously, this is not a representative sample, but I think common sense would lead us to believe that the vast majority of people who have physical limitations would be happy to see themselves represented in mainstream media and advertising. But here is this woman on TikTok who had something to say about this very video. Watch this.
Candace Owens. I thought a long time before I decided to make this video, but I think you need to be addressed. For you to get on camera and to say, how much more inclusive are we going to get because you don't want to see wheelchair users featured in a beauty campaign or a Skims campaign, is so disgusting to me that I'm almost like, my God, Candace. You know, once upon a time, inclusivity meant women that looked like you. So you should know firsthand what discrimination feels like. And so for you to face that and then say, you know what? I'm going to question why we're including wheelchair users in a beauty campaign because you don't want to see that. How do you know people want to see you? There's a lot of people that don't want to see you. But yet you keep getting on these platforms and saying what it is that you have to say because you feel like your voice matters and you want your voice to be represented. The same way that I want my wheelchair to be represented. Like, what's the problem with that? What's the problem with people who have missing limbs being featured in beauty campaigns? What, you don't think we're beautiful? What's wrong with it? You don't think that it's important for someone like me to see myself represented? Like, what's the problem with it? The problem with it is you. The problem is self-hate. Because what in the self-hate is this?
Brilliant points. I especially, it resonated with me, the point about that inclusivity used to mean women who looked like Candace Owens. But Candace Owens is one of these, using the platform that has been built on the backs of generations of people before who did the fighting. She's using her platform now to punch down. She indeed, 40 years ago, even just a few years ago when Cheerios had an ad where there was an interracial couple, right-wing media freaked out about it. Why do we have to see this? And still we have people, useful idiots like Candace Owens, who are going to the mat against oppressed and marginalized groups because conservatism is an outrage machine where cruelty is the point. I would love to know what you think. We can talk about this in the comments, of course. That will help bolster the channel's viewability or recommended, YouTube, however the algorithm works. It's way beyond my pay grade. I don't know. We can talk about it in the comments. You can also call, leave me a brief voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me the old-fashioned way, daily@dollemore.com. I'd love to hear from you. You can also get at me on social media and tell me how wrong I am there. I am at Dollemore on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, and I'd love to see you there. Connect with me there. If you appreciate what I do, if you appreciate my point of view or my delivery, whatever, you just like the cut of my jib. I cannot imagine that the case. But you can support my work, help produce my work right here on YouTube. Click the join button below. Become a channel member for as little as $1.99 a month. Or you can go over to patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast, which is equally good as a support mechanism. Anyway, I love you guys. I appreciate you very much. Can't wait to hear from you. I'll see you next time. Until I do, be genuine. Take care of one another.